Self-awareness is a superpower. My name is KathyLaDonna. Welcome to Soul and Vibration. This video is about Chiron in your natal chart. So Chiron, whenever I think about Chiron in the natal chart, I think about basically someone who is teaching or healing in the world based on personal experience. And I personally believe that some of our best healers and teachers are people doing it from personal experience. And when I say teacher and healer, it doesn't have to be on a huge platform for hundreds of people. This could be in your personal community. And when I say healing and teaching, it doesn't have to do with, like, say, medical or psychological. It could be healing and teaching people how to build generational wealth. It could be healing and teaching people how to assert themselves and, stand their ground when it comes to who they say they want to be in this life. It could be in any area of your life. In any areas of our lives, we can heal and teach. And I think about a story, not a story, but a conversation that I had a long time ago with someone that I used to know. And basically this person had their master's degree in psychology, and their job was to go out every day and help people solve relationship problems. And at the time, this person was having like a really nasty relationship with their other half. And I mean, it was really, really, really bad, to where at times police was called and just a lot of drama going on in their situation. And I looked at the person that I knew at the time and said, why don't you apply what you do in your daily activities and what you learned in school as a psychologist to have a better relationship with your partner, with the parent of your child. And this person looked at me and said, it's not the same. And I understand that it's not the same, but I personally believe that in order for us to truly heal and help others, we have to be doing it from a place of personal experience. I mean, we'll never truly be healed, but we have to be aggressively working on that path. And then the people who we help or who we hold the light for are people who have just started their path. So you could be here when it comes to your journey of healing or whatever it is that you're working on, and the other person could be here. And because you've already been where they are, you can give guidance and hold the light, opposed to a person who has never traveled the path or have any experience in that area. It's like, how could you genuinely help that person? How could you genuinely guide that person? And I understand that, like the person I was talking to at the time who went to college and got educated in the subject, I understand that, that person has an education and we can get educated on things. But at the same time, it's like, basically the education could only teach you so much. And that one size thing doesn't fit all. So you can't use, what you learned in the book and apply it to every situation. And I think that's where niching comes in also, where it's like, whatever it is that you're doing in your life, it's important to niche down, to figure out what it is that makes you unique in that specific thing that you're doing. And I feel like the Chiron placement can help us with that. Because when it comes to our purpose in life, I feel like our purpose is connected to pain, and the reason why our purpose is connected to pain, because basically we are passionate about things, whether we are aware of it or not, that has challenged us. And because that thing has challenged us in some area or the next, basically that's where that passion comes from, and that fuel to want to basically bring awareness to that subject in the world, or create healing for others when it comes to that, or even solve that problem in the world. And I feel like all that is tied into the Chiron energy. So Chiron was discovered November 1st, 1977 by Charles Cowell. And if we were to say that November 1st, 1977 is Chiron's birthday, then Chiron would be a life path number 9, which fits Chiron because the life path number 9 is a humanitarian, someone who is able to basically, like an empath, feel what other people need in the world, become that thing, and heal others in the process. And being born on November 1st, like the number 1 talks about the I am, you know what I mean? The individual. So basically, with Chiron's birthday, if we were to say November 1st is Chiron's birthday, because that's when it was discovered, and that's when we all collectively bring our attention, you know, to that date, to that energy, and pretty much make it what it is. So basically, yes, it talks about healing the self, and from healing the self, heal the collective. And when it comes to mythology, basically some of the stories talk about how Chiron was accidentally wounded by his friend Hercules. And with Chiron being immortal, basically he couldn't die. So imagine having this wound that is so painful that in any other case, if like you were human, it would kill you. But because you're immortal, you're alive and you're suffering the pain daily. So basically Chiron decided to, you know, put his energy and attention towards healing and helping other people. And I find for myself personally, whenever I'm going through tough times and I'm able to help others or even bring awareness or clarity, it brings me so much peace. So in the process of healing other people, we actually heal ourselves. And when I look at Chiron's situation, in the process of Chiron healing other people, it brought attention away from that wound that could never heal. And when it comes to that wound never healing, I feel like, you know, wherever Chiron is in our chart, pay attention to the sign that it's in and the house that it's in. It's like we may have been accidentally wounded or intentionally wounded, but it's like this wound will never heal. So the importance is to bring awareness to it, become aware of the fact that there is a wound there. And if you could remember how this wound started or where this wound came from, that would also be helpful too. And then another importance when it comes to the wounding this heal is balance. And balance is important when it comes to the Chiron energy, because Chiron sits in an orbit that is directly in between Saturn and Uranus. Talk about balance in between two totally opposite planets. Uranus, which is all about innovation and being unpredictable, and then Saturn, which is all about tradition and rules and being consistent, where Uranus is inconsistent, and Chiron sits in the middle of both of those. And to sit in the middle of both of those, you know, obviously Chiron has to have an interesting orbit about it to sit there. So bringing up balance, when I think about balance and I think about healing our bodies whenever we're sick and out of balance. And whenever we're sick, I believe we are out of balance, and the body needs to come back into balance for us to be healed again. And a lot of the times, you know, when doctors are healing us, depending on the doctor, the kind of medical professional that you go to for your healing, they tend to focus on just basically that specific area that's wounded, that's out of balance. And in the process of focusing just on that specific area, it throws everything out of balance. Where in order to truly be healed or get healing, we have to be holistic. We have to consider the whole when it comes to healing. So wherever Chiron is in your natal chart, basically it's important to bring balance to that aspect of your life. And in the process of bringing balance to that aspect of your life and healing that specific area of your life, you want to be holistic. You want to consider the whole. You want to consider basically all aspects of your life and not just completely focus on that specific area. Like say, for example, you know, your Chiron is in Taurus. So maybe you were wounded when it comes to providing stability for yourself and security. for yourself. So it's like you're passionate about teaching other people how to build wealth and how to properly secure themselves and their family. So it's like you have Chiron there, so your passion is there. You know what I'm saying? But you have to consider other aspects in, you know, your natal chart. You know, your chart ruler might be Mercury. So communication is extremely important. And another thing, you know, your sun might be in, let's say, Scorpio. So you identify as someone who is transformational. So it's like when it comes to healing people with wounds, you might not just be an accountant that focuses on just giving lectures. You might be someone who focuses on psychology as well because of the Scorpio energy and because of all the other energies that's in your chart. Basically, with our natal chart, it's like a puzzle, and each section is a piece of the puzzle. And in order to really make it work, we have to put it all together and look at the bigger picture. Look at the big picture and see what it's telling us and how it's guiding us to get more peace in our lives. Because for me personally, I use astrology and numerology to do shadow work. I use it to help me to become more aware of certain aspects in my life that, you know, others can't. You know, others might not be bold enough to call me out on, and I might not be aware of that part of my life, but it keeps showing up and creating challenges for me because of my lack of awareness to it. So I'm going to put a link in the description box below where you can go and check out where your Chiron is, because every day after this video, I will be dropping a video daily about Chiron and all of the zodiac signs. So I look forward to seeing you in your video. Thank you for watching this video. Like it if you found this information helpful. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And I look forward to hearing from you in the comment box below and seeing you in the next video.